Hi, I'm Abby, and this is Abdul. We're brothers and sisters. People have been asking us about our journey as refugees, so we decided to tell them.
We were from Erota, a small town in the country of Eritrea. Back then, we were really poor, even though our parents worked very hard. Sometimes it seemed like they were in an extreme depression. One day, mom and dad led us to a camp with our other friends. She told us, "Don't worry, kids. We're leaving you to your uncle for a trip. Remember to be good." And then they left us. Far away, I could see their sorrow along with the other parents crying. I wondered what kind of trip would bring sadness to so many people. Later on that day, the so called uncle told every kid that the parents leave them here so that they can move to a better place to live. Immediately, I know that we will be one of those refugees.
The whole camp went on for 3 days and arrived at Ouaga, Sudan. There, my uncle and other adults gathered some more kids in the area into the refugees group. Some of the kids didn't even have their parents letting them in. They seemed to be captured by these people, not that they wanted to move to another country. I didn't have a good feeling about this, so I told Abdul to watch out.
We then arrived at Ban in southeastern Sudan. We saw the adults doing the same thing as they were in Waga. They were dragging a kid back and shouting at him. I heard them saying something about money. Right away, I knew that those people ain't good people. They were smugglers. We might not be in Italy like they said. We might be sold as slaves or child laborers. I then told Abby about the plan. A plan to sneak out this place because we knew we couldn't have a good life if we were sold. We waited at midnight and made an escape. We had to sneak through the guards silently, and we were quite lucky that they didn't notice us. But then just 5 minutes after we left, there were shootings, shoutings, and gunfirings. We saw people shooting in the direction of the camp, and there were kids and adults who were shot. Uh, as much as we were scared, we had to go on and try to stay alive. We were then caught by a child soldier while we were running, so we lied that we were only refugees trying to survive, and we had nothing to do with the army. Luckily, those kids let us follow them onto their van, and we were allowed to stay at their camps according to their commanders. After a week of traveling from Ban with the kid soldiers, we reached a refugee camp in Erota. Along the way, we got acquainted with Mohammed. He explained for us the current situation in Sudan. Turned out there had been a war between the southern party and the northern party, and almost everyone in the country was involved. Mohammed told us that if we wanted to move on to Italy, we had to reach the northwest of Sudan and cross the desert to Libya and get to Zawara port. It seemed like a dangerous journey, but we had to go on or else we would die during the war.
We managed to get to the north of Sudan with the help of Mohammed. Then we got to the desert and started our long journey from there. We thought that we might be dead because of out of water and food. Luckily, we managed to stick in a group with camels and travelers and traveled to Khartoum village. And after 3 weeks from traveling across the desert through the border of Sudan and Libya, we arrived at Khartoum village. There are also camps that actually help refugees to move to Italy, so we followed them. It took days of rushing to get to Gat from Khartoum. From there, we all head to Zawara, the port of Libya. I felt like we could finally make it to Italy. We have arrived at the shore of Zawara, Libya, waiting for the boat to come and take us to the new land. Across the Mediterranean Sea, we face a horrible storm as we were reaching the land. Luckily, we survived the shipwreck and ended up on Manfreya beach. As for the others, refugees, they weren't as lucky as us. The local peoples who saw us at the time when we arrived were friendly enough and helped us to hydrate back because of seasickness that we suffer from traveling on water. The people helped showing us the way to Leon Fort. This is the end of our journey to Italy. We're looking forward to new opportunities from here and now on.